Hey Montana peeps, I'm here today. I decided to record in the morning because when I record in the evening, I'm always in pajamas, and if I do it in the morning, then I've got fresh outfit on for work, got my makeup all fresh, so I thought maybe I would try doing that. So I thought for Thursday I would do update on the book The Great Work. So I've been doing week by week. I did talk about chapter 1. Chapter 2 is called Elemental Reflection on Earth and Active Reflection on Breathing. So the element for this cycle is Earth, and it talks about being grounded, not just grounded in, the sense of, sort of imagining yourself as a tree with your roots in the earth. I mean, that's good too, but how grounded are you in your life? How, are you comfortable in your physical body? Do you feel safe and secure in your life? And exploring those ideas. And it talks about breathing as a great way to ground because breathing is so basic. And a lot of us take very shallow breaths. So it talks about deep breathing, which is something you really learn in yoga and meditation. Helps slow you down, helps you be present. And I think that is something that's really helped me when, especially, struggling with things like anxiety. Learning how to slow down your breath and be present has been really important to me to feeling grounded, safe, and secure. So the third chapter was called Psychological Reflection on Family of Origin and Development Reflection on Birth to 3 years of Age. So this talks about how our family of origin has influenced us and how there's so many subtle ways we don't even think about that have just become ingrained in us because that's the way our family did things, so that's the way we continue to do things, and how our family of origin and the stuff that affected our parents affects us, how their issues have, can affect us, and to recognize those things and recognize how we are playing them out. And it talks about how when you're young to 3 years of age, that is a really crucial time in development for you, and developing a sense of trust in the world and developing a sense of self and autonomy, because at first you really merge with your mother, which is important, and you have to be able to learn to trust that, but then you have to learn to be able to trust yourself and explore and in a safe environment. And some, of us grew up in a more controlling environment, and some grew up on the other end where, there wasn't a lot of safety and control. So, what kind of balance was that for you? And then maybe you can think about how, if you're a parent, how you parent. So, very, very interesting reflection there. She recommends some books in this. And then the fourth one is called the Alchemical Reflection on Calcination. So calcination is the first step of alchemy, and a lot of people think of alchemy as, turning lead into gold, but that is a metaphor for changing our lives and the process of transformation. So calcination is about heating something up so that it can melt down. So in our lives, it's usually the things that are hardest that make us stronger, because heating up metal makes things stronger. And it's saying how, some of the things in our lives that were difficult have made us, strong. So it gets you to kind of reflect on that. There's times in our lives where we don't know who we are or where we're going, and we feel like things are breaking down. And often that's because the things that are breaking down aren't necessarily good for us or not good for us anymore. They might have been at one time, but now they're not. And, I think about, there's times in my life where that's definitely happened. Going through divorce, obviously. When I was younger, I had had some negative situations happen to me, and that broke, was really negative and broke me down, but it also made me realize what my inner strength was, because all the other things went away, but I still had myself. And I think that's important to realize. Now, nobody wants to go through this phase. It is not good, definitely not good when it's happening. But if you can get through it and realize what's really important to you and trust yourself, that leads you to better things down the road. So it really gets you to reflect on these things. Next week, it's talking about energetic reflection on the root chakra. So talking about the root chakra and how that's a base, obviously, for the chakra system in your body. So I'm going to continue working with this book. I know this is just like a really short video just talking about it, but these are, it's week by week, it kind of gives you different things to write about and journal about and think about. So I think it's really good for like shadow work and examining things, because I know for me the past couple of weeks really, helping me to think about, what affected me when I was really little, or what issues, everybody has issues in their family. No family is perfect, right? you know, what kind of issues have I had to deal with, and just sort of examining and thinking about those things. So I do recommend this book, The Great Work. I'm going to kind of do like what I call like a thoughtful Thursday, where I talk about this chapter or any books that I'm reading. Right now I've gotten like a little behind in my reading, but if I finish a book, or I think I'll use Thursdays to talk about it. If you like that, let me know. I'd love to hear what you guys are reading as well. So I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.